everyone, welcome back to BallinCraig Estate. I'm Farmer Min. We are just wrapping up the hay stacking. Now, I gotta tell you, that is not the easiest job in the world in this game, I tell you. Be honest with you, my hay stacking ability is not the greatest, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm still trying to get the hang of the skid steer. So I have many areas I could improve on, but that is done. Both trailers are unloaded. It is getting late into the evening, but I'm thinking I'm gonna get back in the beer here and take this trailer back to the other location and put it away. Yeah, I'm still a big fan of this tractor. I really am. Woodshire would be much better off with a tractor like this. But we'll take it back to, whoops, a little carried away there. Too much power. Too much power. But we'll take this back to the area where it came from, and that is it. We are good to go on hay. They are put away. Still have some time to go on the crops as far as when I'm on the wrong side of the road again. I tell you what, I am just a complete mess today. Complete disaster, my driving and hay stacking ability. But hey, it's done. I tried hard. I put in an effort. I gave it my best, and we'll just have to go with it. What in the world was that all about? Yeah, maybe I should just go back to bed. Well, actually, I guess I will be in bed here shortly if it's already coming on late in the evening. But we'll get this put away. Put it up here next to the other one. There we go. Get the tractor put in here, and then I got to get the. There we go. Got to get the skid steer here. I had it. Yep, all the hay is stacked. I know it's a pretty lousy stacking job. Yeah, but it is. So we have a sufficient amount of hay for the time being. So that should last us. I got to, whoops, get away from the wall there. I got to put the fork back down, or not the fork, the bale spike. Get the bale spike down here and find my bucket. I think I got to clean up the sheep and the cows before it's time to call her an evening and have myself the Smithix and go to bed. So let's, whoa. Boy, I'll tell you what, I'm still getting used to the skid steer. Yep, quick steering, that's what I say, quick steering. I think my bucket should be right in here, perhaps. There it is. Yep. Good old quick attach bucket, you gotta love it. Don't even have to get out of the Bobcat, or the skid steer. The JCB, I should say. Yep. I'm used to maybe sometimes calling them Bobcats, but skid steer should be the proper name. I would take it. There, that's that. They could probably use some. Yep, good to go. On to the cows. Yeah, I don't know how they would ever survive without a skid steer on this farm. It's just probably the most widely used piece of equipment they have. Boy, those are some messy cows. Holy buckets. They've got just the sloppy cows they have here in Ireland. They don't have the fancy magical changing cows, though. That must just be unique to Woodshire, but they are still some fine and outstanding cows. Well, they took all of that too. Let's just check our animal upkeep app. Well, the cleanliness, that'll change. I need some power food. Water. I think that, you know what? I think that should be okay for tonight. I think we'll call her good there for this evening, and we'll have to make some power food in the morning. Looks like it's going to rain here, but there's no rain in the forecast. But yeah, we'll make some power food in the morning. We get the old Keenan up and running. Get that up and running. Make some power food, and then I suppose they'll need water and cleaning once again in the morning. But that should be good to go there. If we look at our crop situation, we have fields that are still growing, so nothing harvestable yet. I wouldn't expect that until probably not tomorrow. I wouldn't imagine tomorrow, but the next few days should be good. So I think I'm going to call her a day. Smithix is calling me, and maybe even a good burger, a good sandwich. But we'll see you in the morning. Where am I going? I got to go back to town. Oh well, I can walk. See you in the morning. Good morning. We are getting an early start here on the BallinCraig Estate. I just got the animals cleaned. Pens are clean. They are good to go there. We have to bring up some water to both the sheep and the cows. So we will jump into the Massey Ferguson and get that up there. This is a tight turn, I have noticed here. There is a little gate up on top of the hill that is accessible. However, the little Massey Ferguson has difficulty towing the water container up that hill, so I just kind of take it easy and get through that gate there. It makes life so much easier. But I'll give the cows some water, and hopefully I had enough in here. I should have filled it. Why didn't I look at it? I didn't even bother looking at it. Oh, I got lucky. So they have enough water. And usually when I put it back, I fill it for the next use, but I totally forgot. Colin was telling me that this Joskin water trailer is pretty new. They had to replace it because the other one they had, I can't remember the name of it, the manufacturer off the top of my head. I'll have to look that up later. But was too big. I mean, they couldn't get it through that little corner there. They had trouble doing that, so they ended up getting rid of it. And I think it only held like 700 more liters, so it wasn't a huge deal. I'll just drop this off, and then we'll get lucky to see if this is sufficient for the sheep here, though. 1,200 liters of water. Hey there, Mr. Sheep. Look out! Look out! Yep. Okay, you're good. I didn't want to purposely run you over, but if you can walk through things, that's just perfect. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Well, that worked out okay. So we'll put this back. And then I think I'll put this back and then shut the gate. I think they need grass yet, so might have to go cut some grass. And then oh, I gotta get a little closer to make that corner. And then work on power food. Power food we gotta get. So that will be the next thing. You know, I love this tractor. It just doesn't get the use as you would. I'll jump in there and turn that off. It doesn't get the use that you would kind of hope. Well, that's filling, so that's good to go. Let's see. What should we do next? Power food. Let's just check the animal upkeep app. Cows need grass and power food, and the sheep need grass. So I suppose we could make power food as I run into the fuel tank. Let's see, the beer's right in the back here. We can hop into that tractor. We'll use that one, and then we can use the skid steer to load it up. That would work. I have yet to use the Keenan neck fiber. I have not used it yet. So this will be a first for me. Hopefully I can do it without running into everything. Get that hooked up, yep. This is a scary piece of equipment. It really is. I mean, it looks something out of a horror movie. But hey, it does the job. That's all that matters. I think I'll put it right. Let's see. Oh no, I gotta get silage there, bales. Oh, we can go back and get one. I think I'll just put that right there for now. Hop out of that. Okay, let's see. What should we do? 2 silage or 2 hay? We got a lot more hay, but I got a lot of silage too because I have the stuff in the silo. Well, silage is worth more, so you should never really use what's worth more. We can use 2 hay. We can do that. Let's see. Skid steer. Where are you? Right back here. There we go. Oh, and the door closed. I suppose if I get back in there, I tell you, these doors, they're just terrible. They just want to close whenever they feel like it. Get that opened up. There we go. That'll work. Shouldn't affect it now. Nope. Good to go. Oops. Get my bale spike here. Holy moly. And I went the wrong way. Bale spike's over here. Jeepers creepers. There we go. Suppose I can go get a... Should I use silage bales or should I fill it with what's on the ground in the bunker? I think we'll use the bales. Go get 1 bale of silage. Boy, those potatoes, they look like they're matured. You know, normally back home when potatoes are ready, they will usually spray them to kill them. I wonder how they do it here in Ireland. I am not so sure. I think to myself, every little bit I drive this skid steer, I'm getting better at it, but then I'll run into a wall. So that kind of all goes downhill then, and then I think, well, I'm just terrible. But I'm getting better. I think I'm getting better. I can tell myself I'm getting better. If I say that, I feel good about it. So we'll just go with it. I am getting better. I mean, I can't be getting any worse. I mean, I would hope not. I'm not getting any worse. I bet you they're going to need quite a bit. I bet you I'll be filling this thing twice. That would be my guess. You know, it sure would be nice to have a silage silo that you can just put grass in and it ferments. You know, I know people that have them. I guess they work like a charm, so that would be something that would be great to have, both in Woodshire and in, holy moly, carried away there, and in the BallinCraig Estate here. That's just my opinion. Let's see, this one I could just probably grab right about here. We're getting low on straw. Getting low on straw. We're going to have to hope that grain ain't too far away to make more straw. There we go. So that should be one full, wait, no. Yeah, I did 2 hay. Yep. Oh, you know what? I couldn't remember. I thought you put in silage last. Well, let's see what it says. I hope it's okay. Dump the wall there. Oh, I better turn on the help here. Oh no, we're all in green. We got lucky because I think that, yeah, I can't remember how exactly this one works. I think what I should probably do is put in the hay. Well, no, that would have to be, I'd have to use silage as the last one, because you'd put in the hay, then the straw, and then take the bucket and scoop it out of the silage bunker to get whatever left was needed. But that seemed to work. They're all in the green. I suppose I should have backed in there. Yeah, that thing is not going to turn with this thing on here at all. We'll see if I can back in there. A little early in the morning to be backing up stuff, but oh, hey, there we go. Not too bad. That'll work. Unload that. 12,750 liters. Well, that should be good. Let's just check the animals here. It's going up. Fill up the silage. That's one thing I don't understand is, you know, the silage is full now. So quit giving out all the silage. Use, you know, just the power food. What I think. That's just kind of my opinion. Okay. Well, that's it. Now, I think we'll do one more. I think we'll fill it up one more. I'll tell you what, instead of having to watch me drive around and hit everything and then make a fool out of myself by doing bales, I will go ahead and get this filled up again. Yeah. Good luck, farmermen. I am in the beer. I got the Euro Boss, the Pottinger Euro Boss, and we are on our way down to the store. And the reason for that is I was talking to Colin this morning over coffee and telling him about just having to go out and mow a little grass for the cows and the sheep, and how much easier it would be if we had a little mower to hook onto the front of the tractor. And I'm on the wrong side of the road. My bad. I guess I haven't been in Ireland long enough to realize that I am supposed to drive on the left side of the road. Well, that's part of my American in me. I guess I just can't figure things out right away. But anyways, as I was saying, to hook onto the front of the tractor and just go get a few grass here and there instead of having to get out the Massey and get that out, hook a bunch of grass, and then come on and hook up to the loading wagon. So, I got permission, oops, to come down to the store here to see if anybody's around. I tell you what, I don't know how they survive in business. I really don't. Nobody is ever here. I've been here many times, and I've never seen a soul. It's like it's a deserted, empty shop here. I mean, they're not even really working on anything. I mean, there's no vehicles in here to work on. I mean, even look at the shelving. They're like they're out of parts and stuff. Yeah, I don't know how they make it. I really have no idea. Anyways, well, let me see if I can get a hold of somebody. I don't know what to do. I was able to get a hold of somebody, and they had to go pick it up at the warehouse. But we got the Pottinger front mower here, the D-Motion extra dry. I forget what they call it, whether there's a model number, but yeah, just the Pottinger front mower. So I can hook that on to the front of the tractor. The mower's only rated for 70 horsepower, so I should have enough power here to run that and the loading wagon, but we will soon see. Well, that fits on there pretty good. Yeah. Hook up in here to the... There we go. Now, we can go cut some grass. The potatoes, they look like they are almost ready. But, not quite. Not quite. Maybe a couple more days, maybe. Now, this should be a challenge. Getting in here. That is for sure. Boy, this really is going to be tight. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it kind of come in at an angle, maybe. Hopefully I don't scrape that fence post. Yeah, and there I did. That should work. There we go. Okay. Now, unfold the mower. Start it up. Start up the loading wagon and lower that down, and we are ready to go. So I'm just going to mow enough here to fill this this loading wagon. I think it only takes 21,300 liters, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not going to be a whole lot, and I will lose some in it overnight, but we should still have enough to last probably 3 days, maybe even longer than that, I would suppose. Maybe we'll even have enough to last into the autumn time. But that's kind of the plan, at least for this morning right away. The sheep, surprisingly, you know, at the beginning of the year, man, they were producing wool just like nothing. I mean, every day you had just a bunch of wool show up, but now it seems to be the wool shearing process probably is not as not happening on as occurs as it usually would. But yeah, so don't have the wool production we used to have. But that makes sense. I know that the wool production slows down as the year goes on. It's just, that's understandable. In crops, they're still growing. You know, even across the road there are, is that wheat over there, I think? Or wheat, you know, it looks good. Looks like it's, whoa, got carried away there. Looks like it's maturing, rather nice. You know, maybe still a day or two away from fully maturing, that we can harvest it and get the moisture down good enough. But yeah. Well, I am going to continue on with this and fill this wagon, and then I'll be back up to the farm. Kind of full load. Almost used the whole hayfield there, but yeah, we got a full load. 21,300 liters of grass. Let's see. Oh, I go that way to the farm. If it wasn't for the sheep there, I probably would have went the other way. So we got that taken care of. The next thing on the list, and I was talking to Colin this morning, is we're getting a pretty big pile of manure. And we don't have any fields that are ready for manure spraying, but we were talking about possibly spreading some manure on the grass that we have already cut. That is kind of what you would say down on the first growth stage. So that's what we're going to do. Spray manure on, well, I'm just going to call them like hay fields for sake of conversation, because basically this is just a grass field, but you know, most of it's used for hay and silage. Can be a little tricky So there's a few things that we should take into consideration. Let's see. Before I get too carried away here, I'm going to unhook that trailer. And you know what? For now, I really don't know where we should put this mower. Probably put it in the shed with the tractors. But we're not going to have a whole lot of wool produced now. So I'm going to stick it in here, which kind of makes sense being that it's going to be right next to the Euroboss. So we're just going to drop that off there. Close the gate again. So yeah, so a few things that kind of stick out at me when, whoa, where am I going there? When you're spreading manure on hayfield, grass field, is that the best time to do it is actually right after a cutting. So being that we just recently did a cutting, now would be a good time to spread it. So that's what we're going to do. And unlike slurry, for example, manure does not contain as much nitrogen as slurry. You know, and they say that 1,000. Now I'm going to have to use my American measurements here. So 1,000 gallons of slurry, you know, on average is about 22 to 28 pounds of nitrogen. So manure, which has a significantly less nitrogen content than slurry, the example that I got is like 3,000 gallons of manure would be about, you know, 40 pounds of nitrogen. So yeah, so really a lot less, but it is good. So, you know, being that it's on the first growth state, and you know, the soil is not wet or anything, that we could probably spread the manure. Even though liquid manure, you know, slurry, you're better off doing that. But we're just going to go ahead and use the manure, being that we have a big pile forming up over there, and the manure spreader is already full. And now's a good time to do it because it won't cause any injury to the new growth in our fields. So yeah, let me get this put back in here. Now, you know what? I think we can just keep using the same tractor. I really do. I'm becoming a fan of it. And, you know, it gets used the most, so it's always the last one to go back. So it's the first one available. And boy, I'm having a little bit of difficulty getting this in there straight. I don't need to put it all the way back in there, but enough that I don't have trouble when it comes to put straw on here. That should be good. So there we go. We got that. And then I can hook up to the manure spreader. The Abbey manure spreader. There we go. Okay, perfect. Now, you know what? I gotta be honest with you. I have never used this manure spreader before. So I'm not exactly sure on how it works. But I suppose we can figure it out. Might just have to use my help icon when we get there, but yeah. It's a nice looking manure spreader. I like it. I like it a lot. Oop, watch out for OJ there. Okay. I think we'll just come up here to number 10? No, number 8. I'm way off. Number 8. Wait for the traffic. A lot of white cars in Ireland. Have you noticed that? A lot of white automobiles in Ireland. Okay. We'll just start down here in this corner. I don't know. I can't remember how wide the spread is. I didn't read the book on it, but we'll just have to go in here real quick and turn on. That must be all this does, is turn on. Okay, well, we'll give it a shot here. Oh, it's a side one. Okay, there we go. There we go. Holy buckets. That thing is crazy. And it is going down like you wouldn't believe. Nice. That looks pretty cool. I got to admit, that looks pretty darn cool. Doesn't seem to be fertilizing though. Why is that? Let me just check something. Oh no, it is. It is. It is just not the way I would want it to work. But that's okay. I guess it is. It is going. Turn that back off. I wonder what the width of this thing is. Let's see. Just check the online. What am I doing here? Am I just missing it? Manure spreaders, manure spreader. Ah, there it is. What is the width? 6 meters. Oh. No wonder we're not getting very far. It's only 6 meters. But we're doing it. That's working. We're going to use a lot of manure. I can tell you that right away. But hey, we're saving on chemical costs, you know, instead of having to buy granular fertilizer like urea or something. We are using what we have. Good sound. Nice sound of this Abbey manure spreader. Cool animations. I like it. I like it a lot. Gonna make it to the corner again? I wonder. Oh yeah, we'll make it to the corner. I gotta tell you, I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but in my neck of the woods here, we are actually having a thunderstorm, thunder and lightning, which is odd because if I walk out of my front yard right now, my front yard's probably got maybe 3.5, 4 feet of snow, and right now we are having a thunderstorm. Actually, it rained earlier, and now the rain has turned to sleet. And it's supposed to last until Tuesday morning, and we're supposed to get about 9 inches, 9 to 14 inches they say. So yeah, interesting weather we are having in my neck of the woods. Lightning and thunder out with about 3 feet of snow on the ground. So yeah, interesting weather. But with that said, might not be much happening tomorrow. I would assume that the local schools will be closed and my son will be home, which is a blessing, but also you kind of wish that they had school. I don't know, horrible to say, but there you have it. So yeah, little thunder and lightning in my background. Okay, that ends that load. Boy, this is going to take a while. This is going to take a while. Well, I suppose we could just go right up here in the corner. But you know what? I think we will use the manure. And then if we need to, then I'll just have to use some slurry. I didn't look to see how much slurry we have produced yet, or has been produced. I guess I didn't produce any, the cows did. How much has been produced. Get around the corner there. But I can look that up. I'm kind of curious now to see how much. Pull in here. It's a nice little area there you can use this to turn around. Do that.